Well, enough of us here in the studio. Let's find out what the folks are thinking.
We'd love to. We're having breakfast with friends. Where are we, Brian?
Carol's place?
Yes, it's in Forest, Virginia. Hey, Todd.
Hey, guys. Yeah, we're at Carol's place here in Forest, Virginia, and we're talking with Frank and Sandy. I'm going to start with Frank first. Frank, obviously the reason we're here, there's a very big election coming up. Ed Gillespie versus Ralph Northam. Ralph's a Democrat. Ed is the Republican. Who are you voting for?
I'm voting for Ed Gillespie because he's conservative and I'm conservative.
And you were a Trump voter as well?
I was a Trump voter from day one.
And we also need to point out that Frank records Fox News Channel 12 hours a day. I asked him, Frank, what about the other 12 hours?
We sleep.
We sleep. All right. Sandy, thank you for spending your time with us. You work in the mortgage industry. You are a Trump voter, but you are an independent when it comes to your party affiliation. You said, I don't know who I'm voting for. There's one issue that's going to determine it. It's gun rights. Why?
Because I believe I should have the right to own a gun, not necessarily an assault rifle. I'm not sure that's necessary, but I believe I should have the right to own my own gun to protect myself, my family, my home, and my dog.
Thank you very much for your time. This was the easy part of my day. Now we're going to the part where I worry I won't have a job after we're done because these guys are trouble. Gentlemen, who are we voting for in the election? First, who's voting for Gillespie? Raise your hand. And who's voting for Mr. Northam? Oh, he's trouble. See, I know he's voting for Northam. He's just keeping his hand out. We're going to start with Mark. Mark, why are you voting for Ed Gillespie?
I'm just going to vote for Gillespie. He's a strong NRA, and that's a big important issue for me. He's a true conservative. He's going to back the police, and my son-in-law is a police officer in Orlando, and I'm behind him.
We got to go to Benny. Benny, you're voting for Northam. Why?
I'm voting for a doctor instead of a lobbyist, and I also think that I have a nephew that's a deputy here in Bedford County, and I think Northam will take just as good a care of him as anybody else.
Appreciate it, guys. And just because I want you to know why I thought this table was trouble, one of these gentlemen brought a live chicken in here earlier. There's a debate between whether it was one of these guys. They refused to admit who. It was this guy. Live chickens, Lynchburg, Virginia, back to New York City.
Did they hand it over to the chef?
Yeah, no kidding.
What happened to it?
It's lunch.
Guys, the chicken ran through here, freaked out this business roundtable that was happening in the back. It's a party.
That's funny. All right.
That's great. Thanks, Todd.